All right. Hey, everybody. Let's dump these eggs down in there and see what happens. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey there, lovely people. Welcome to the lovely place. My name is Sean, and today I've got something really exciting to show you. You ever heard the phrase putting the cart before the horse? Well, we're putting the nesting box before the chickens. I have a nesting box by Garvey that they sent to me because they saw the channel and they heard me talking about how this is a future homestead. We're a wannabe homestead. We are going to move out here. We're building a house in the future. We've got our tiny house here that we're working on, trying to get finished up, pole barn, all those good things. But when we have chickens, we're going to be prepared with a nesting box. And this is a really interesting one. I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about it to determine if this might be the nesting box for you, because there are others out there. And just like buying a truck or a car or whatever, you have all these different models, all the benefits, all the features. Some are extremely pricey. Some are very reasonable. Some have some benefits. Some have others. This is on the reasonable range. So if you're on a budget like me, this might be a good option for you. So let's open it up. So this is not the small one either. This one has 10 compartments. And so we're gonna put this thing together. And again, we're gonna show you some up close features of this thing. The first thing I wanna show you is this tray. This will slide right up inside. Notice how it's tilted and it drops down. You got this little compartment down here. Well, this is where the hen's gonna lay her eggs, and it's gonna roll right down here. This will be separate. There'll be a cover over this starting about back here. You'll see it in action in a minute, but this is what she looks like. So it's plastic, it's flexible. Most of this stuff will last a long time. It's really cool. And I can see exactly how it would roll down and get separated from where the hen's at. You'll see in a minute. All right, here's our parts list. I'm gonna show you all of the parts in a second. First, I wanted to show you this. This is that piece that clips onto these trays, these drop trays, and it's the lid that you can lift off. Again, there's a total of 10 trays, 10 lids, and 10 compartments. And for all of that, you'll be surprised at how few parts there are. You have this nice orange metal top, and by the way, cool color. I like this a lot. Very nice quality metal. Seems like it's pretty solid, sturdy. And you have these parts here. Those are the legs. And these are the dividers between the different boxes. And this is each end. Each part has a number on it. So this shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna knock it out, get it put together, and then we'll go get some eggs and see how it works. So nice, easy, step-by-step directions, the kind I'm used to. So we're gonna grab some parts and start slamming them together. We've got the hardware. I'll get these open up. And we won't spend a lot of time showing you this part. We'll just move through it fast. And then we'll get to the good part where we can demonstrate it, look at it close, every part, just see how it works and determine if this is the right nesting box for us. So let's get going on it. So once we get the hardware out, this is all you have. There's a bunch of bolts, little screws, little nuts. And here you have another packet of bolts and nuts. They give you a couple little tools, but we'll use our own. You got your anchors, and these are the little snap-in squares to go on each end of your legs. All right, we'll bolt these two up and we'll put two more here. This is going together smooth, no problems at all yet. Those are nice and solid when they're locked in like that. Sweet, we're getting somewhere. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is take these brackets and we're gonna mount them on each of these panels. I think that's where the tray might slide in and out, we'll see. That was right there. So there are 10 of these, one for every panel. And yeah, we'll get them all on, tighten them down, and let you see what that looks like. Now, I learned that you should always read instructions, because I just put one on here and went down a couple, realizing now that you have to put two side by side with the same bolt and screw. So let's just drop that down in here, put it through there, and drop that in. We'll let those both rest. That's what I've been doing, is letting the front one rest and then getting the nut, getting it on there, just spinning it on kind of loose. Then we'll take the next side up, the back, and we'll punch that screw through there and just lay this over the hole and get the next nut in. So this is simple, this is quick. You just, like I said, read those instructions and don't do what I just did. All right, so yeah, one on each end and then two, one on each side of all the center panels. And they fit like a glove. And speaking of gloves, I put one on. You might have noticed I nicked my hand. This metal is sharp. And I'm pretty sure the instructions mention something like that, but I don't read all the instructions. All right, so now we're just gonna tighten all these down. Don't need to over tighten it and try to strip out the screw. Just give it a nice snug tightening. All right, we're good. All right, so this number 7 piece, and it's a long piece, it goes the whole length of this, it slides into the back. And the instructions, it's got an image and it's blown up, but I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing it right. We're gonna put it on this way. That's my best guess. You could flip it and have this part, that's this L bracket here up top, but based on the drawing, I think it goes down there. Of course, we got to remember this is flipped upside down right now, so we're gonna put it together this way and cross our fingers. I think we're all set. All right, this is part number 5. It goes right here. It doesn't set down flat on this. We're gonna raise it up and line those holes up and mount it right there. All right, I think that'll do it. All right, next I've got 2 of these, and they slide through here. All these little slits go right in line with these. And we're gonna put screws down through there, and we're gonna do another one up here. All right, so we're gonna take each of these legs and just pop this square piece down in there on both ends. So the next steps obviously are to put the legs on, but I couldn't wait. I had to go ahead and just try sliding one of them, and it took me a minute to figure out where they go and how they go in there, but this is it. And when they go in there, they stay. Now you can get them out. There's a little tab inside, I'll bring you and show you in a second, that you can lift, and then the whole tray can be pulled out so you can clean it. But look at this, guys. This is where the eggs go. So let me drop an egg in there and see how it rolls down real quick. All right, some fresh chicken eggs just laid, and boom. Look at that. I love it. That is gonna be so awesome. Now this stays up. It's got a little resistance here, so it stays up. If you had a basket, you could like lift it up and you'll be able to pull these eggs out of the basket. If you wanted to, you could connect some sort of magnet here potentially, and just click it up right there, snap it so it's magnetized against it, and then drop it back down. But that's nice. All right, let's pop these legs on here now that we've got us a working nesting box. How cool is it gonna be? We just need chickens now. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in our case, the egg came first, right? All right. And that's thanks to a good old buddy of mine who's a farmer who is already doing all this smart stuff. You know, it's never too late to start. All right, let's just tighten up all these screws for the legs. All right, other side. All right, I've laid it down. This might be the easiest way to get it in. That way I can see the back. These little things need to go under the lip of that. So you gotta push that in at an angle. Get that one going. And then it slides right into place. Yeah, this is definitely the best way to put these in here for the first time. And the last one was the smoothest one yet. Let's put the lids on all of this. All right, so this can hang too. I'll take you around back in a second and let you see the hanging areas where you can mount it on the wall. These just click right down. And what you gotta love about these is you could take a water hose and you just spray all that out and keep it nice and clean. This is nice, guys. Again, I want to thank Garvey for sending these to me. I'm very, very, very excited about it. This will take care of a lot of hens. So here is a up-close view of the container. So awesome. Just lift this up, just walk through, get all your eggs out, drop them all down. Again, you've got 10 boxes on this one. This is a really sweet, sweet nesting box. I mean, it's certainly better than getting chicken eggs with the poop all over them and leaving them right there in the area where the chicken's gonna just start pecking on them and get a taste for them. I understand once they get a taste for them, they just wanna keep on eating them. So this is really, really nice. Back here on the back, that's the areas where you can mount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 holes there that you can put bolts or screws in the walls. This is the leg system after it's all together, so you can keep them standing. You can mount it on a wall. And if you mount it on a wall, of course, you're gonna be making the back covered that way so that it's more private and the hens will have more desire to get in there because they like dark spaces. So if you put it on the wall, that'll be great. Or if you don't put it on the wall, just put it up against a wall or put a board behind it or something. I think that would help a lot. But yeah, I couldn't be more pleased. Let's do a couple more egg tests. Let's dump these eggs down in there and see what happens. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this will hold. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would hold about 10 eggs before it ever gets back there. And even then, it still has a lot of metal area that is in front of it that the chickens are not getting to. You guys who have nesting boxes or have already been raising chickens and hens and you've got eggs coming in, you tell me. I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about this box. Again, I was gonna tell you that the way to get this out, there's a little tab back here. You just lift that on one side, lift it on the other side, and then you can pull this whole drawer out and take it out very easily, clean it up, and then come back and slide it back in. And it clicks in kind of nice and firm, so it's not going to come out at all. And this feels pretty sturdy. I mean, the metal's amazing. The plastic, I think if you take care of this, it's gonna last you for a very long time. And again, the price point of these, that's the thing that I love. You get all of this for a really very, very fair price point. Of course, there are much more expensive boxes out there, but just weigh out the pros and cons. What's the benefit of that? Now, some of the things that some of the other boxes have is they have little flaps over here to give the hens a little bit more privacy. But you know, you could mount something up here if you wanted to. So we're on the back side. This is where the hen would be sitting, be laying. Some of them have this little fabric drape that hangs there so that when the egg goes down there, it goes through that fabric and the egg is out of sight, out of mind from the hen so that they don't. Here's some eggs. This will give you a better idea. So imagine cloth or fabric right here, you know, and the egg just kind of falling right through that and just hiding itself behind it. Well, that could always be added here as well. So for just a few pennies, you could take this very reasonable Garvey nesting box here, and you could add those features to it, and you got something really amazing at a great value. We have 10 nesting boxes. Thank you, Garvey. We appreciate it. I'll throw a link in the description. If any of you guys are interested in this, you can click on that, see the price. I will earn a little bit of a commission for doing that. This video is sponsored by Garvey. I mean, they were nice enough to send this. I am definitely gonna be nice enough back to them to share that with you and give you that link. So I really appreciate you watching the video. I hope this has helped you understand this nesting box better. I watched a bunch of videos trying to figure it out, but hopefully I've done it justice here and given you some good information. So thank you for visiting us here at the Lovely Place. We're a future wannabe homestead, and this is one step closer. So God bless you, and we'll see you next time.